Well, he goes, there was only one man to speak to when it came to discussing the BBL final and the aftermath, more importantly. And that is our dear friend of the show, Stephen Sock O'Keefe. Sock joins us from Manly somewhere. Sock, g'day.
How are you, boys? I am absolutely sorry. I just asked you how you were, and then I just started crapping on. So I'll just keep going. I'm feeling a little bit worse for wear, but it's a pleasure to be speaking to you both.
So let's get it out of the way and start with the game. Stock's done it again, once again. There's only one Sixers player in the Aussie side. Yous have dominated the comp, and I said yous. Yeah. And there you are, none for 20 odd or something, or 4 miserly overs, doing the business in the big game again. That's a three-peat for you. That's 3 titles. The Sixers have done the business. What are your reflections already?
How bad was that drop catch off Livingston, though? What did that feel like at home watching the game? Because it was 30,000 people there. You couldn't hear a bloke next to you, and as soon as I dropped that, you could hear a pin drop. So that was such a bad way to start the game. I'm not living that down, but mate, outside of that, it was unbelievable. I've never played in front of a better crowd. Like, they were clapping dot balls, and then when AJ Wide came out to bat, it was just this boo that just went right around the crowd. It was so good. It's like everyone had been locked up in Sydney for the last 6 months, and they couldn't care if that had been a game of croquet or bocce. They were going to come out and yell their lungs out, and they did it for us. So it was so good. It was amazing. It was easily number one best game experience win of my career, hands down.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't really be giving it to AJ Ty because he wouldn't do that. He didn't actually do it to James. That's what people said. He's a pro bowler. They can go wrong.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, that's right. It can go wrong. A foot down leg side and a foot over his head, as James Vince said. He will be the only one who knows whether he did it or not.
Now, Sock, three BBL titles for you, 3 for Dan Christian, your teammate for the Sixers this year. Have you ever seen an angrier man winning a Big Bash title than when he bowled the last ball?
It's the same celebration. He's got every time he goes to double cobra, arms out, flexing, and then just looks like he wants to run straight through you. So it's quite a mix. You've got Carlos doing a dance over in the corner. You've got DC who wants to hit you. You've got James Vince when he takes catches running away like he scored some soccer goal in the Premier League. Like, you can't touch him. It's an eclectic bunch. So no one really knew where to look. Yeah. But mate, it was great fun, and it was so good. We had 6 guys in that team who didn't play, and they enjoyed it more than what we did. You know, they felt just as a part of it, and it was just such a good culture, a great team, and like I said, it was absolutely unbelievable.
And did you learn those 6 players' names on the circuit, or
yeah,
just sort of hang around Vincey and the boys?
Yeah, like a few clubbies turned up, and I was happy to sign a few shirts, but yeah, no. even gave one of them a pair of my old gloves. You know, just the chant. Thanks for the 3 months of cleaning my boots.
It feels like your eyes rolled to the back of your head while you're saying that.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, we'll take us off the field, Sock. You know, back in the sheds. We've been getting Insta stories from a couple of the Sixers boys. Not you, notoriously, actually, but a couple of Sixers boys look like they're still going. Can you just take us in? Can you take us into the circuit or paint a picture?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on Instagram or any of that stuff, and I'll just try and live in the moment. And the boys always had the phones. I think the highlight was we stayed right up. We got to drink at the SCG, which is awesome. James Mitch is good at like drinking games and drinking chants from like football day, so he got around everyone. So everyone was pretty bladdered. And then I probably parked at about 4, but then the boys stayed up and took photos under the Harbour Bridge. God knows how they managed to get there, because they took the trophy down, under the bridge, sort of Anthony Kiedis-like, and we're just taking photos and drinking on until 5 or 6. So I got a call then at 6 o'clock from Dan Christian saying, "Mate, we're at the cafe. Can you bring down Carlos Brathwaite's whiskey?" So I said, "Okay." I get my clothes. I go down. The boys have all got long blacks, and they requested I topped up their long blacks with whiskey. So that was That was the first for 6:30 the next morning into the drinking session, which is I think just finishing up now. So, yeah, it's been an absolute humdinger. That's how you celebrate with long blacks and Irish coffees. But yeah, no, it's been freaking cool. It's nice.
Was Jack Edwards there? Because he was in Dan Christian's
photo.
My God. He's your clubmate.
Oh my God!
I guess two-pronged question. Jack turned up for the quarterfinal against Fairfield for Manly. I didn't see Sock there. And he made 92. So was Jack there? Did he go all the way through?
Was Jack? Was he part of the Sixers group? Was he? I only sort of associate with the 11th. Yeah, I can't remember if he was or not. But mate, we watched it. That was on cage. Did you watch any of that? He nearly ran himself out 3 times, falling over in his first over. I can guarantee he had no sleep. And we got to the pub at Clavelli and we had it on our phones and we were just cheering his boy on. He got the 90 on. We're like, he's gonna make 100, become like elite. He's gonna become immortalised as one of the greatest Sixers ever. Not to mention as well, Ben Menenti, 3 for 40 off 10, rolled out for Sydney as well. I mean, if that's not superhuman, I'm not sure what is. So, I'd say you'd see Jack Edwards with the C next to his name at the Sixers in not too long a future. He's that good. So anyone who can pull that off. But you won't see me in club colours for a while. You'll see me at club cricket with the medals. You can hear them. I'm clinking them. Can you hear me clinking them? That's it. They'll see me down at Manly Oval with my 3 medals. Definitely won't be playing, but I'll be running laps, running people through my none for 26 off 4 and drop catch. So turn up. Come along, boys. Come.
Just rolling down a Manly Oval with a baggy green shirt off with 3 BBL medals running out.
Don't give me ideas. It's amazing. I actually completely forgot that I had a baggy green, but of course I'm going to wear the baggy green. So.
Steve, that paints the picture. We're not going to do a deep dive into your junior career and us two facing off and stuff, which you remember so well. So we'll save it for another time. Thanks so much for giving us that insight, mate.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. You literally just got me to the top of the cliff. The next week and a half is just going to be pure depression. So I'm glad I got to share that with you. Well, I don't cry myself to sleep and hide under my bed. So,
brother,
appreciate it, boys.
Hey, the phone's on. The phone's always on. We can chat.
All right. Love you, man. Thanks for the call.
See you, mate.
Cheers, Sock.